So we should send you to the Bermuda Triangle.
No, I don't want to. No, and then no.
I think that would be really cool, right?
No,
Because then like we won't have to see you again.
no, why? But
Just
this
a
is my
thought.
first
Just a
time-
thought.
This is my first time on the episode.
The what?
The podcast.
The Epstein file? What?
This is my first time on the podcast, and you already want to send me away to the Bermuda Triangle.
This is your first time on the Epstein files. Okay, I'll keep
Not
I'll
the
keep note of that.
Epstein.
I'll keep a note of that. Hello and welcome to another episode of Zeta to Alpha, where we cover important bold topics to make you the best version of yourself. Now, there's something I've seen on the internet recently. They were talking about a ninth planet. What do you guys know about that? I'll start with you.
I'll start with right now. The ninth planet was also known as the.
Or actually, let me start with her. What do you know?
I don't know.
You've never heard of a ninth planet before.
No, all I knew was like Pluto used to be a planet,
Yes.
but then it was changed, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, because you see, Pluto was never really a planet. But apparently he knows a lot about planet 9X, whatever. So.
Okay, I'll start off with what it is. The ninth planet was created around like 4.5 billion years ago in our solar system. It still probably is. We don't know by science facts. The ninth planet was created and it spun around our solar system for a while, but until like the Jupiter and Saturn's gravity made it go out of the solar system, but it still is like it's in the Kuiper Belt somewhere.
Okay, I don't think he knows what he's talking about.
I know.
Yeah, let me just describe you. Basically, no, I think we have to talk about why they think there's a ninth planet anyway. So, basically, if you go back to 1781, right, that year, William Herschel discovered this planet called. It was called George, because that was the first time a planet was ever discovered. So they didn't know what to name it. So yeah, he named after his benefactor, King George. So it was called George. But later the name was changed to Uranus, which isn't really a better name. But it was changed to Uranus.
Uranus.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. So what happened is they discovered this planet, but they realized that its orbit wasn't aligning with Newton's laws. So they were like, maybe there's a planet after Uranus that is affecting its orbit. And so they calculated where this planet was, and in 1823, we had...
Now, 1823? Why are we going back?
1781 to 1823, right?
Oh.
Yeah. So in 1823, another astronomer named Leverrier found this planet. It was called Neptune. So we were like, we saw Neptune's orbit, and there was something, we detected something that also wasn't following Newton's laws. So we were like, okay, what if there was another planet after Neptune that was also affecting Neptune's orbit? So they called this planet like Planet X, and people kept finding it, looking for it, until in 1930, a guy named Clyde Tombaugh discovered Pluto, and they're like, oh, this is Planet X, and original papers said that this planet was 8 to 10 times the mass of Earth, but really what was happening is just the planet was really bright, so it looked bigger than it actually was. But, so the whole Planet X thing died because Albert Einstein later proved that Neptune's orbit was regular, like there was nothing weird about Neptune's orbit. So, but the Planet 9 idea came up recently, like 2014 or so.
Yeah.
When some scientists looked at the Kuiper Belt, right? And they saw that some of the objects in the Kuiper Belt had these strange aligned orbits that can't happen naturally, right? They were sort of organized by some bigger body. Now, these two people working at the California Institute of Technology, I think it's called, their names Michael Brown and Konstantin Batygin. They're like, you know what? I think this might be a ninth planet, a gigantic planet, 5 to 10 times the mass of Earth that we haven't seen. And this thing is way out in the Kuiper Belt, like 500 astronomical units from the sun. Like, to compare that to Neptune, Neptune's only 30 AU. This planet is 500 astronomical units. So this thing's very far away. It's like almost
Yeah,
not
well,
even in
how,
our neighborhood.
how did they see it?
Oh no, they didn't see it. We
They
still haven't,
they
seen it.
do
We
use
still haven't seen it.
predictions.
So it's
yeah.
a theory because of what's happening to Neptune and Uranus's orbit.
No, they
No.
they discovered
Not
that
exactly.
Uranus and Neptune's orbits were neutralized by Albert Einstein.
No, it's not. It's not about. It has nothing to do with Uranus and Neptune. It's about distant Kuiper Belt objects like Sedna or like can't remember the others, but like they found some Kuiper Belt objects that were all like sort of crowded in the same direction, like all orbiting the sun in a certain direction. So they're like that can't happen naturally. Maybe there's a gigantic planet out there that moved them into that direction, and that is Planet X.
The reason why they don't think it's just a bunch of dwarf planets together is because A, they would have crashed into each other and made like a huge
Yeah.
explosion.
Oh,
B,
no, I wouldn't say a huge explosion,
but like some like crash and make new planets. But B, dwarf planets don't have enough gravity to crush like all the asteroids around them, made of ice, dust, and other objects. So this planet probably has like enough gravity to just crush these objects or just make them as their own moons.
crush. Like what do you like? Destroy
Like
the objects?
destroy.
No,
the,
I'd say they move them into a specific orbit.
So
But-
do you think they're not like strong enough to like destroy everything around it, or do they just like take the blunt of
Well,
that?
no, if you said if they're like a whole bunch of dwarf planets, then that means it's all just scattered everywhere.
Yeah.
But the thing is, all the dwarf planets we see and all the other like regular Kuiper Belt objects, they're all orbiting in a certain direction, right? So that's why they think it's one big thing that's very far away that we cannot see. Now, there's another theory that maybe it's a black hole. Yeah.
No, we don't.
Now,
think this.
no, see, guys, this theory actually makes sense because you see, this black hole isn't gigantic. This black hole is the size of maybe a grape. It's
Okay,
a
but-
grape-sized black hole.
But wouldn't it crush immediately to Hawker's radiation?
No,
No, but doesn't that mean the more that it sucks stuff in, the bigger it becomes?
it's the size of a grape, so it's not sucking
yeah,
anything.
but
Yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah. This is a grape-sized black hole.
So
Like-
nothing goes inside.
Well, these little like trace like protons or whatever are going
Yeah,
inside.
but wouldn't
like-
that expand it? Like if
No,
it's
it'll
smaller?
expand
Yeah,
That's
maybe
not
after
small.
like a few trillion years, yeah, but the solar system hasn't existed for 5 trillion years, so that's not.
Okay.
That's not. So they say there's this black hole way out in the solar system, size of a grape, but has the mass 5 to 10 times of the Earth.
Yeah, basically.
So basically, it's the Earth crushed down into the size of a grape.
Yeah, basically
Yeah.
what happens is like black holes, their cores collapse under the during supernovas and other stuff.
Yeah.
They collapse during like the extreme pressure of like the
No, it wasn't a supernova that formed this black hole. It's a primordial black hole because the supernova would have destroyed the whole solar system. So it's a
Yeah, I
black
know.
hole that probably wandered into the solar system and caused that, gravitational chaos, whatever.
Yeah,
So-
that does not make sense. I'll be honest.
Well, it makes a lot of sense when you really think about it. To like astronomers, makes a lot of sense. Me personally, I'm more on the planet side because they have actually found proof that it might be a like actual planet that's out there because we've seen a couple images of like this. Basically, these two people in like a Japan university, they looked at the sky. They found this infrared signature of a planet moving very slowly. So I think now that we have more proof for the planet thing than we do for the black hole, I'm more on the side of the planet.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
go first, right? So I am more on the side of the planet because I think like there's just gonna be like it's just terrifying to think that there's just gonna be a black
I
hole.
want to say it's terrifying because the black hole's so tiny. Yeah.
It's tiny, but it'll still grow over and over in trillions of years. But it's just
But do you think
terrifying
that
that
we're
you
gonna
just
live
see
by then?
like there's a tiny black hole, and then soon we're just gonna like the space, like we're just gonna conquer Mars and stuff, and then we're just trying to expand everywhere around like space, and we just run into this black hole, and it'll just absorb us.
So basically, you're traveling thousands of miles an hour and you're worried about running into a grape.
A
Yeah.
grape-sized planet.
It's
Yeah,
a
but do
black
you-
hole the size of a grape.
Yeah,
Just
but
remember
do you really think that we're gonna live by then?
that. Yeah.
if that thing grows massive.
Trust
I know
me,
you
like,
certainly aren't living
What
by
have
that.
we done in 2,000
Yeah, 'cause-
years? What have
No,
we
because
done?
like if you think about it, the sun, we already know that like it's gonna blow up soon, anytime.
Soon.
In
You mean in
billions.
5 billion years?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the sun is an F times F.
No, it's G-type star.
G2 type star.
Yeah, because like the sun, basically in a billion years, the sun will start expanding. It won't go supernova. It won't explode. But it'll just start expanding. The Earth will get destroyed. Not
No,
destroyed.
it
but,
doesn't have. Its Earth is less likely to get destroyed.
You know it will get destroyed. Like it won't be swallowed up by the sun, but the oceans will boil away. Earth will be 5,000.
Yeah, I know.
years
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
Okay, so back to the planet thing.
Yeah.
Do you guys think it's livable?
Planet X, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you see, if you look at Neptune,
Yeah.
the reason why Neptune is so cold is because it's 30 astronomical units away from
Yeah,
the sun.
but what
so
if
far.
what if that planet has its own sun?
No.
Or what if it's surrounded by
Because
stars?
no, it can't be sure. Because remember, if there are, let's say, 5 stars around this planet, let's say they're like red dwarf stars, that'll destroy
Yeah.
the whole solar system. Because like these stars will influence those objects in the Oort cloud, the Kuiper belt, and then we will have about 10 asteroids hitting the Earth every single day.
Alright.
So yeah, there are no stars out there. There's only one star in the solar system, that is the sun. But this planet is so far away from the sun that it doesn't really receive any heat.
Yeah.
In fact, it's so far away from the sun that you can't even see it with a telescope. You can see Neptune with a telescope easily, but you cannot see Planet X with a telescope.
You
It's
know that
so
like
far.
fun fact. You know that Jupiter is like a failed dwarf star.
No, it isn't.
But like still, it's like the dwarf star that could technically become a
Could technically if it was 80 times more massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jupiter is not a. I hear this a lot on the internet. Jupiter is not a failed star because it's like it needs, I think, 81 times more mass to become a star. Yeah,
Everything in the universe is planned out.
yeah,
Not really.
What do you mean, not really?
but
So how did we come to be?
You know, like I don't know. You're just like evolution.
you know, how about we moved on to a next topic? Okay, so you said you have a topic to discuss, right?
Okay,
Yes.
yes. The topic is the Bermuda.
The Bermuda Triangle. Now, wait. Let me say what I think about the Bermuda Triangle. Because I have no idea what the Bermuda Triangle is.
I know what the
But what I think the Bermuda Triangle is a triangle in the Bermuda.
And I can say what the Bermuda
Wait,
Triangle.
hey, let her explain.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Bermuda Triangle is actually like located near what is it called? The Caribbeans.
Caribbean?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh,
Like close to South America almost, and it forms like a sort of triangle. And apparently that if you go travel there, you'll go missing.
is that the Illuminati?
I don't know.
I
It's a
think that
triangle.
is.
It's
A
a
triangle.
triangle.
I think that in my opinion, it's not in my opinion, but like the facts say that the Bermuda Triangle is a triangle formed from Miami to Puerto Rico to the Bahamas, and it just forms a straight triangle, and a bunch of ships and planes have disappeared there.
So we should send you to the Bermuda Triangle. since
No,
we're missing,
no,
right?
I don't want to. No, and then no.
I think that would be really cool, right?
No, no.
Because then, like, we won't have to see you again, right?
No, why? But
Just
this
a
is my
thought.
first
Just a
time-
thought. Just a
This is
thought.
my first time on the episode.
The what?
The podcast.
The Epstein file? What?
This is my first time on a podcast, and you already want to send me away to the Bermuda Triangle.
This is your first time on the Epstein files. Okay, I'll keep,
Not
I'll
the
keep note of that.
Epstein.
I'll keep a note of that. So,
So about
What's
this,
going on?
there is a certain story
yeah, tell us
that
the
had
story.
happened in the Bermuda Triangle. There was this airplane that was leaving Miami
Yeah.
to go to South America, and thing is, that plane went missing.
Oh, was it the Malaysia Airlines 370 plane or something?
No, I think it was a USA plane.
Ah, okay.
So apparently it left, and the plane went missing for a while until years later, like about 18 years later, that plane was found, and there were people on it. And
Oh,
they
wow.
said that it's only been like a couple days that they've been in the plane.
So that's why Stephen Hawking lasted so long. Because
Okay,
Stephen
but-
Hawking, Stephen Hawking must have been in that plane. Because Stephen Hawking would have died a long time ago. But
No.
maybe the reason why he lasted up till 2018 is because he was in that plane and he got like preserved somehow.
No.
Is that a strong theory? Okay.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you have any other stories about this Bermuda Triangle?
No, I do not.
But why do you?
It's more of a mystery.
Oh, but do you know why things might be going missing?
There are a couple.
There's a lot of storms that happen there, like a lot of cloudy storms where it blocks your vision. You can't see anything.
But why do they go missing? Won't they just either crash into the ocean?
Not
or...
sure. Maybe they did die, and we don't know.
But remember, they came back.
Yeah, but what if that story is false?
But isn't there evidence for that story?
No, apparently they landed in South America, and the airport itself, they saw the plane land. But when they went there, the plane took off again.
That's interesting.
There's just someone hijacking the plane. Just like, no, it's my plane now. I have hostages.
Oh yeah. Oh, this actually kind of reminds me of the DB Cooper case. Have you
Oh,
guys...
I know that.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about this in like a previous episode.
I heard of that. A man who
had something to do with planes too.
Man who was registered as Dan Cooper. He hijacked a plane. He said he had a bomb in his case. Then he said he wanted $2,000. The government
I think it
gave
was
him
like $200,000.
Yeah, $200,000. The government gave it his bills with L's on them, right?
Yo, $2,000.
$200,000.
Hijacking a plane and risking your life for $2,000.
And then he took up here. He dropped all the passengers and went off again. And then he just jumped off the plane with
The money? The money?
Yeah, with the money.
Wait.
And the only clue they have was a kid who found $6,000 covered with L bills, but nothing else. They couldn't find anything else, and they closed the case in 2016.
They didn't find the guy?
They didn't find the guy at all.
You know, I have a prediction. Maybe he just like probably drowned.
No, you probably no.
He dropped off a plane into the middle of an ocean. Wouldn't it?
No,
he
dropped.
If I did that, I'd probably drown.
What if he changed his appearance, and he lives among us? Not at this school, but I'm just saying. Like,
no.
Just traveling the world.
But like, it's been 70 years, so he probably like died with all the money and stuff.
70 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been like
probably,
it's
most
he probably like. So that's why they closed the case, because they probably thought like he died like just a long while ago. Because
I mean, who cares about a guy who died like 70 years ago? When did this happen?
I think like the 1940s.
Wow. And like this topic just somehow came up again. Like
This
topic also
you
relates.
just go check the other podcast if you want the more credit.
yeah, I think I have like a couple short on that on my on our Instagram channel. You can check that out. But I think you guys have anything else to add on that?
Oh, the Epstein.
The Epstein files.
no, I'm not part of it.
No,
hey.
The video.
The video. Oh yeah. We want to hear about that video.
Okay.
You said there was a video that was going on. Let's hear about that video.
There's this video on YouTube about how Epstein didn't die, and apparently he was still alive, because there was a video recording of him in prison, and apparently that video stopped, and then it continued on minutes after.
Though, do you guys think that Epstein is still alive?
No, he would probably be like really old.
Yeah,
well, remember
but still, he could have escaped because there's no proof. Did you guys see his body?
I've never really heard much about
I never
Epstein
heard
except
this
for the files.
topic. Yeah.
Yeah. But
If he was alive, then he might have been in hiding. Because Donald Trump is still alive, low-key, and this guy was like a major...
You know, like every on that topic, every president except like two have like at the end of like the semester, they always like the popularity always drop down.
Yeah.
Like there's only two presidents who have like the popularity going up at the end of the...
Who are those presidents?
I think one of them's Obama. And the other one's like, I can't remember what it is, cause it's been a while since I've seen that video.
But he was like the U.S. president.
Yeah, Obama.
Yeah. You know what? You know who this U.S. president might be? Abraham Lincoln.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Okay.
It's not. It's
No,
not
apparently
Abraham
he was
Lincoln because it was
gay.
like in
Abraham
the
Lincoln was
1960s.
gay. What?
Apparently he had his own lover behind his own wife's back.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, he kind of like just like just stopping slavery just to die instantly was just.
I mean, stopping slavery was that was great.
No,
yeah,
that whole
like
thing,
it
no,
was
the whole
great,
thing.
but like he fought a war. He fought for rights of slaves, and
it
he
didn't
won.
work out, did it? Until later on.
No, it did work out. He fought a civil war against people who wanted to keep slaves. He won.
But until later, it was like fully done. Like segregation.
Yeah,
was finally
segregation
done.
and everything was like that was like in the 1960s where like segregation was gone, was starting to like get like lower and lower. But like overall,
It's
yeah,
like the world wants to kill the good people, but let the bad people live.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know much about Abraham Lincoln because I learned about him from a Miles song. But yeah, I think Miles made this like Abraham Lincoln song. That's all I know about Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, but I really like Abraham Lincoln as a president. But I think we'll end off this episode there. You brought great stories. You brought great stories. I brought my own great story. But I recommend you follow this podcast. Stay tuned as we come up with more episodes in the near future. Stay strong, look for the truth, and be just.